few days ago, a new teaser trailer for Shrek 5 came out, and we have much to discuss. But before we get into that, hi, my name's Coco. This is a brand new channel, so help push this in the algo. You know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe. That would be much appreciated. But now, for the meat and potatoes of this video. This is what you guys want. This is what you came here for. I have written notes. I've literally been going crazy. I'm like sitting in my house, like tweaking. I'm like, yes, yes. Oh, I thought of another idea. Like, so I just need someone who cares and who wants to hear it to listen to it, because seriously, I've been using everyone as a sounding board, and this meme pretty much encapsulates what it's like. In this video, we have a lot to cover, so I'm gonna break it down into chapters because I already know 10 million people have talked about the animation. So with it broken up into chapters, you'll be able to just like skip around and listen to the things that you're interested in. So the way this is gonna go is first, I'm gonna be talking about the animation. Next, we're going to walk through and break down the teaser trailer. After that, I just have a couple miscellaneous thoughts. And then for the grand finale, I have a couple possible plot points for Shrek 5, so let's get into it. Like many other people, when I first saw the animation, it was such a shock to my system. Never seen my boy Shrek looking like that. So, it was a lot to take in, a lot to comprehend. And my immediate response was, that's not my Shrek! That's not my Shrek! I thought it was an 1000% publicity stunt. I was like, there's no way they would. And you know what? Shrek wasn't even that bad in my opinion. It was Fiona. Like, they did Fiona so dirty in that. I was like, oh no. Where's her big, like, they took her lips away. Why'd you do that? I was like 1000%, like, this has to be a publicity stunt. Like, they just want to get our attention. As the days go by, I really am not sure if it was a publicity stunt. Maybe they were trying to change the style. Like, they've changed the style before with the Puss in Boots movies. But the thing with those movies is they kept a lot of his, like, proportions the same. I understand Shrek was made 20 years ago and we have made advancements, but I feel like there's a way that you could still stay true to the original design and then just have them moving more fluidly, have better lighting, those type of things. I'm not saying it has to be the exact same animation, and a really great example of that, I might be pronouncing this wrong, so I'm gonna put it on the screen. Listopia Art on Instagram, she made this picture. This is very important. You see how this is obviously not the same art style as the original Shrek movies, but that looks like Fiona, that looks like Shrek. It's because they keep the same proportions. They can have a completely different art style and then just stay true to the original character design. That's what it is. It's not the animation. Everybody thinks it's the animation. It is not the animation. They changed the character design. I don't get why people do this. This little side note, one of my favorite games is Spyro Ripto's Rage. It's about this like purple dragon and you go into these portals. Anyways, you don't need to know the whole storyline. What it is, it was made a long time ago, like very terrible PlayStation 2 graphics. Then they remastered it and they don't just like make it the same thing with better graphics. Why did they change the characters? This kangaroo like had bright green emerald eyes. Now she has a little outfit on, like she has hair. I don't want that. I want the original guy in better animation, not a new character redesign. Same with like the main girl. They just made her look different. Like she has fur coming down her forehead. Like, I don't know. And I'm sure people love it. I'm sure there's people who love it, but like to me who love that game and played the original game and it's supposed to be a remastered version, why didn't you just make them the same? But better graphics, that's what I wanted. To sum it up, the new design is not my favorite except for the magic mirror. Not enough people are talking about how good the magic mirror looks. I might even give him a kiss. Okay, but enough about the animation. Let me get into the trailer a little bit. So it opens up and a lot of people don't even realize this. Kind of a lore drop, because here's the thing. Shrek was never in possession of the magic mirror. Or asking the hard-hitting questions. Is this canon, or is this just in the trailer for a creative way for them to show the far, far away TikToks? Another thing about the TikToks, it was really cute because it wasn't just showing the TikToks. They had like their own little system. So instead of hearts for likes, they had a shooting star because, you know, you make a wish upon a star. And then for writing comments, they had a little, a quill, like a feathered quill for writing the comments. The thing with the memes though, I would like to touch base on that. I think the memes were great for the trailer. I don't want there to really be like memes in the movie. Shrek has always made like pop culture references, but the thing with like TikTok trends and memes and stuff like that is they fade away so quick. Like Shrek doing the Charlie XCX like apple dance is not gonna age as well as doing iconic scenes from like the Lord of the Rings movies and different things like that. Like I understand they always like made pop culture references and did things like reality TV shows and stuff, but I just feel like meme culture and like TikTok trends fade way too quick, which also gave me this like horror idea that there might be like, what if there's some form of Kardashians in this? Like there's Kardashians of the Shrek universe. I would actually really love a Paris Hilton of the Shrek universe. Am I crazy for that? What other references do you think would be good? Oh my god. I hope they don't do like an influencer route. I wouldn't mind if like Donkey's an influencer and that's just like something to add to his lore, but I don't want it to be like a big part of the plot. And like, oh my god. Imagine some type of Mr. Beast of the Shrek universe. Imagine that's what Shrek 5 is. Shrek 5 is Felicia entering the Far, Far Away Beast games. What am I even talking about? Okay. Anyways, I got distracted there. Let's talk about Zendaya's character design. First of all, I saw a lot of people saying, wait a minute, didn't Shrek have triplets? Yes, thank you so much. Oh, sorry. Thank you so much. Yes, your memory does serve you. Shrek does have triplets. And I believe that they're still gonna be in the movie. There's no way they're gonna gaslight us into thinking that he only had one kid because he had 3 kids at the end of Shrek 3. And then the triplets were also in Shrek 4. And then they were also in the Christmas one for sure. I don't know if they were in the Halloween one off the top of my head. But they have been seen multiple times, so there's no way that they could get away with gaslighting us into being like, oh, he only had one kid. Even though they kind of did that before, where they showed like Rumpelstiltskin in Shrek 3, and then Rumpelstiltskin in Shrek 4 was completely different. But that wasn't that important to the plot, you know? Like, Shrek having 3 kids, like, that's core to the story. I firmly believe that all 3 of Shrek kids will be in the movie. I think it's really cute that Zendaya is voicing Shrek's daughter because in 2017, this is my favorite thing. Favorite thing ever is like when people dig up old like tweets and Facebook posts from celebrities like Chappell Roan saying like, oh, one day I gotta get on SNL, and then she was on SNL. Like, love that. Ariana Grande tweeting out like, one day I wanna play Glinda, and then she gets cast as Glinda. In 2017, Zendaya tweeted, I watched Shrek way too much in my adult life. So obviously she loves the franchise, and I just think that's really cool that she gets to be part of it. When I saw her character design, initially I was like, why does this remind me of someone like from the Croods movies? Which I've never even watched, but I'm just like, it's giving Croods, probably because of the bun. But I still thought she was super cute. Then I remembered that Cookie in Shrek 4, the chef, he had his little, like, ogre ear pierced. And then I was like, oh my gosh, what a missed opportunity in her character design. They could have gave her, like, a ton of piercings on her little ogre ears. That would have been really cute. And if she had, like, this pink hair like Venus McFlytrap in the Monster High series, I would have really loved something like that too. But anyways, yeah, I'm happy with her design and I'm excited to see her. But that does make me fear Donkey's children. Like, I just feel like they're gonna be ugly now. They're gonna look so weird in their teenage years. And I hope there's like a really awkward one that has lots of acne. But now I'm gonna give you one more random thought before I get into my plots. I'm gonna sound like a crazy person, but riddle me this. Do you think any of the characters have settled down between the time gap from the last movie to this movie? The characters have aged at least 12 years. And I think that's being generous. I think they've aged more. So what has happened during this age gap? So anyways, I rewatched Shrek 3. Gingy has this flashback of before he was kidnapped by Lord Farquaad. It showed a montage of his life, and part of that included his wedding. So he was married to someone. What happened to her? Did she get like tortured and killed in front of him so he would reveal information about the Muffin Man? Maybe the lore's not that dark, but where is she? What happened to his wife? Because I feel like it's maybe safe to assume that she's no longer with us, because in the holiday shorts, we've seen him with different cookie women. Now, my thought here, I think it would be kind of a cute bit, is that he possibly settled down and he has some own, like, his own little babies. He has just like little cute gingerbreads, and I think they'd be super sweet and really great for merch. So let's start there from a business perspective, right? They'd be really cute little mascots for on the merch, especially because the donkey babies are gonna look ugly now that they're teenagers. But anyways, so think about this. Shrek movies and shorts love bits of Gingy pooping or puking out candy. So I was like, dude, how cute would it be if he has like a little gingerbread baby and it cuts to a scene of him just like pooping his diaper, and his diaper gets like really big because it's full of peppermints, and he has like a blowout and there's peppermints coming out. I think that'd be really cute. I wish I knew how to like animate things just so I could draw that myself. So it seems like the general consensus is a lot of people feel like this story is really gonna focus on Felicia. I saw a lot of people saying that their theory is maybe Felicia wants to go away and Shrek doesn't want her to leave, and he's very overprotective and doesn't want her to go out and explore the world. Here's why I don't think that will be the plot. That is the plot for the first Hotel Transylvania movie, which is that Dreamworks? It's owned by Sony Pictures. Okay, well, even though it's not Dreamworks, I still feel like that's not going to be the plot, because not only is it the plot for Hotel Transylvania, that is just an overused plot, I feel like. Just like the parents not wanting them to go away, and you might argue, oh, that's why it's an overused plot, because it hits really close to home. I feel like Shrek is more original than that. Shrek's gonna give us more. Shrek's never gone the basic route before, and I don't think they're gonna do it this time. I've also seen people saying, oh, it'd be kind of cool if Felicia has the same curse as Fiona and she turns into a human by day or a human at night, something like that, along those lines. And then she ends up wanting to stay a human. And then the moral of the story is sometimes your children want different things than what you want. And I was like, okay, that's cool. I like that lesson. I'm not saying it's a bad idea, but the reason that I don't think that will be the plot is because the curse that Fiona has, I don't think is genetic. Like, it was put on her by the fairy godmother. But who knows? Maybe the fairy godmother cursed her entire bloodline. She hexed her entire bloodline. But yeah, so that is another theory swirling around. I saw someone saying, like, she just genuinely thinks ogres are gross and she doesn't like them and finds them really disgusting, but then she has to go on a journey and like save them by doing gross things. I don't know about that one. This one I'm very, very, very much here for. The premise of Shrek is literally making fun of Disney movies. Like the classic Disney movies, they opened up with the fairy tale book. Shrek literally opens up with him reading a book, ripping the page out, and you would assume that he uses it as a toilet paper because immediately after you hear his outhouse flush. So making fun of Disney is a core value in Shrek. And you could even see this in the Shrek 4D ride. In the 90s and early 2000s, before Disney movies started, you'd see the Disney logo, which is the castle, and then Tinkerbell would like fly by and do a little bit of magic. In the Shrek 4D ride, it starts out with a fairy and she's about to do magic, and then a frog comes and like snaps her with his tongue. It would just make sense that Mickey Mouse is the villain. Now, how would this be possible? Because he's a copyrighted character. Well, Steamboat Willie version of Mickey Mouse is in the public domain because it's been around for 100 years. So he just won't be wearing the red pants and have the yellow shoes. I don't know how they would incorporate him exactly, but I have faith that they could find a way and make it so funny and so good. I love the idea of Mickey Mouse being the villain. That would be so awesome. That's not really a plot idea, that's just the major villain, but I think that's so good. If anyone could pull this off, it would be the Shrek movie. So I think that would be really cool to see. Another thing is, I don't think Shrek's not just gonna do like the basic, like having a hard time getting along with the teenager. Because again, I recently rewatched Shrek 3, and that was part of the plot. Donkey says to Shrek, like, hey man, you gotta learn how to communicate with this kid, talking about King Arthur. And then there's this funny scene where Shrek is like walking through the forest with Artie, and he's like trying to talk hip.
If you think this whole mad scene ain't dope, I feel you, dude.
It's like already been done before in a Shrek movie, so I don't think they're gonna do it again. All right. This is like my magnum opus idea. This idea I'm so obsessed with. Not to toot my own horn, like, I cooked with this one. And I feel like it's not even my idea. It came to me out of the sky and it needed me to speak it to the masses. Check this out, check this out. Shrek 3, Prince Charming comes back. Prince Charming was secretly dating Rapunzel. We don't know how long this relationship was going on. Apparently, Prince Charming died. At the end, it looks like a tower falls on him. Many of people speculate that the window of the tower, he fell through and he survived. But this plot can still work without Prince Charming surviving, because here's why. Since Prince Charming was dating Rapunzel, we can assume that they got familiar with each other, if you know what I mean. When Prince Charming's musical falls apart, she doesn't die. What happens is Gingy pulls her hair and it turns out to be a wig, and she was bald and she was so embarrassed that she ran away. That means Rapunzel is still alive. Now, assuming that Prince Charming and Rapunzel got familiar with each other, stay with me here, stay with me. Rapunzel is pregnant. And she gives birth to a son. You need to get close to them so that way you could get into the swamp and avenge your grandmother, which is a fairy godmother, and your father, which is Prince Charming. So Felicia is gonna fall in love with him, but he doesn't really like her. It's just part of his mom's evil scheme, right? And Shrek is not accepting him, and then that's how there's going to be some strife between Felicia and Shrek. She's gonna be like, Dad, like, he's really nice. And Fiona's gonna think he's really nice, and then Shrek's just gonna seem like a paranoid freak, even though he was actually right the whole time. But in the process of pretending to be in love, Prince Charming and Rapunzel's offspring actually falls in love with her. It's a little bit of a problem because then Rapunzel's mad because she's literally betrayed by her own son, and he chooses the Shrek family over their family, and I don't know how it's gonna get resolved, but I think that's the best storyline. And a few hours after this thought came to me, did I realize it's actually just the plot of Lion King 2? Yes. But that plot has been used, the only time I'm aware of it, in Lion King 2. The other ones, where the daughter wants to go travel the world, has happened so many times. And also, the original Lion King is Shakespeare's Hamlet, but just told through lions. So, yeah. We can borrow it. I actually dare you to tell me that's not a good idea. But that's gonna do it for today's video. If you have any other theories, if there's any theories that you specifically like, let me know in the comments. That's gonna be the best way to reach me. And I will see you guys next time.